High School recently appointed its first female principal in how many years, Neferil?
112.
112 years of being around. Miss Sian-Mahay Wilson. Okay. So fix that in the prompter, please. Joins us now to tell us about this milestone, historic milestone achievement, as well as why she says she's always been a Calabar girl. I don't understand that.
Morning, Miss.
Morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
How does it feel?
I'll be honest with you, I actually don't know. Yes, because I've always been working. So it seemed as if I just continued working.
So you were the acting principal?
So I was the acting principal, but then because I've been there for so long, it just seemed like a continuation of my service.
How long have you been there for those?
I've been there for 29 years. Yes.
3 decades.
3 decades,
what
almost.
What is it about Calabar that has kept you there for so long?
You know, I started off an Arden girl. But of course, in the late 80s, Arden wasn't known for anything sports related. So my choice was Calabar.
You're saying
late 80s, right.
Arden is known for sports?
So
Arden is the arts.
They're not. They're not. But it started then with my relationships with Calabar Key Club as an Arden Key Club. And we had a very close relationship. And then it blossomed into me working there. And I have fallen in love with the school's legacy, the school's philosophy. We have a very family type environment, and the boys are a delight. Boys don't hold grudges. They can be the worst part of the day, but they're usually the best part of our day. And in 29 years, I have never had a dull day. Never.
Yep. Let me get something out of the way. This story was in the Observer. It says, despite opposition from the Calabar Parent-Teacher Association and the Calabar Old Boys Association. Did they tell you why they opposed you?
No, I actually continue to be mystified by what that was about. I continue to be. But I can actually say that since the appointment, I have had congratulatory messages from all stakeholder groups, and they have pledged their continued support to me and the school. And I believe that out of any negative situation, positive can come. And I hope that we are going to continue working collaboratively in the spirit of moving the school forward and holding no personal grudges.
Yeah, you have answered the question, but it couldn't be just because you're a female and it's an all-boys school.
I am going to hope so. I really am not sure. I really am not sure. But perhaps when we have our discussions and our plans, we can hear exactly what all the concerns are, and hopefully we can turn that around for moving
because of that, forward. Did you kind of say, well, you know, so me can't bother with that, man? No. I am strong. I believe I am strong. Calabar itself has taught me to be strong, and I carry the ardent spirit, optima, with God as guide. I seek the best.
Watch your man.
I do. I do.
You say, I'm not the one. Madam Principal said, no, nobody can scare me. There's a quiet.
You're not going to break me.
There's a quiet giant.
Yes.
I sense that in your spirit.
Extremely.
Young men are not hard to manage as an institution, strong young men. And there are some people who will feel like a female principal cannot reach a young man, but you're obviously doing something right. So what is the secret to reaching them at a time when we hear so many stories about boys going awry in schools, we can't control them ending up on the wrong side of the law and all these other things? How do you keep the Calabar young men?
The truth is, I mean, I can't compare it to an all-girls institution. I've never worked at an all-girls institution. But I believe one of the main things, or what gives me strength, is the fact that I have been there for so long, and I know the culture. I know the culture. I know what to expect. I know how they are going to behave. We can manage the expectations as well. You don't manage a school such as Calabar without support. And so, contrary to popular belief, the old boys have really been a beacon of support and help, many of the parents. But I think it's important to note, though, that it doesn't matter the gender, all boys, all girls, co-ed. All school principals have challenges in managing schools now. We have limited resources. We have dwindling parent support. We have students who, sit back, relax, and be mediocre in their approach. And we all suffer from teacher migration. So again, my responsibility is really to manage all of the resources available to me to ensure that we have good student outcomes.
Yep. What did you, and I use the word did because you've been acting principal, you took over from Mr. Corcho, what did you bring that was kind of new to the table at the time? I support you continue what you did then.
I have learned that what is important in today's schools is being a transformational leader. And so it is very important that we start to look towards modernizing classrooms, especially for the purpose of meeting technology, education in technology. So we started off by modernizing those. We started looking at sustained academic programs, to cater to the needs of those who are advanced and to those who need, learning support. At a time now where we are looking for greater, stronger collaboration and support, want to look to that. At the school, we started looking at simple things like teacher, staff appreciation, building staff morale is something that is our focus. And importantly, we can't deny Calabar's rich legacy in sports. So therefore, the drive now is to ensure that there is a good balance between both. And ultimately, we want to also help meet the ministry's 2030 goal. We have to provide the nation with globally competitive citizens.
The challenges are many. You just
ma'am.
mentioned 3 decades is a long time to be able to assess comparatively how schools have changed, how students have changed. New challenges require new approaches. So how will you be leading? Say transformational leader. That looks like a lot of different things. You mentioned a student who's complacent, but you also have the student who's at the other end of the spectrum, who's too exposed to this. Wants to school and wants to fight with war and da-da-da. So how do you bring that transformational leadership to this new breed of student, this new breed of school, this new breed of classroom?
Yeah, you really have to start at the beginning. You really have to take a step back and assess. There is a disadvantage of being on the inside for so long. Sometimes you're not able to see what those needs are. And I believe that we have to take a step back. We have to have an honest discussion and evaluation with all the stakeholders about what the school needs to drive it forward. And then we start at the beginning. We really start at re-energizing the love for academics, the understanding that it is important, and all the programs have to be geared towards that. But what is very important is to ensure that the change agents are developed, whether it is the teaching staff or the support staff, that they too are developed and that they embrace their importance in the whole change management process. That is very important.
You mentioned sports earlier. You guys been brilliant in track and field, champs, but not quite recently. When you're going to win again?
Yourself. I want to provide you with a surprise. I want you to go,
You hear what you said?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
So your outlook, Madam Principal, as we wrap, What's your hope for Calabar? The utmost for the highest?
Yes, always. I envision a school that is a beacon of academic excellence, a school that is collaborative and supportive, a school that ensures that the outcome, the boys contribute to nation building when they become men. It is very important that the core professionals understand that they have a very important role as change agents, and our leadership is embedded in an accountability framework and, of course, data-driven decisions. You know, so at the end of it all, you know, Calabar is really my longest love affair, and I don't hope to end it anytime soon.
Lovely.
And I hope that we are 112 years strong, and we are only poised to be better.
Yeah. Congrats, ma'am.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Super impressive. The ladies always do it better.
Ladies say that.
Francois used to say, my boss used to say, if you want something done properly, hire a woman.
Wow. There you have it.
Well, the principal of Calabar. I won't respond to that till she gone.
Very impressive.
Her name is
Nice
Miss
to meet
Sian-Mahay Wilson, a principal of the outstanding Calabar High School.
Just jokes. Please, nobody don't come for me. Just
Congrats again, ma'am.
And thank you much for having me.
Break, we meet a young man who's excelling in math, despite the low passes in the Caribbean. Well, despite the fact that everybody hate it, will soon come. There he is.
See, men doing a good job, too.
But, you never have put in the two.